Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
Next one is Kiranti Mangebhya Kirana Nikurumbamrita Rasam Hriditwama Dhatte Himakara Shila Murtir Mivaya Sasarpadam Darpam Shamayati Shakuntadhipa Iva Jvara Plushtan Drishtya Sukhayati Sudhadhara Siraya. This shloka is talking about the capacity of Devi to alleviate the suffering in the form of any venom which gets into us, and then also any fever, means a state of high energy which is directed towards the world. That is called a jvara. State of high energy which is felt as heat in the body, and the purpose of that is to be dissipated in the world. That is called jvara. So fever not only means that the body is hot. Fever also means the urge of expression. Urge of kama is also going to increase that fever. Surge of anger is also going to do the same. Jealousy is also going to express in some other way in the world only, right? And you will feel that there is a rise in temperature of the body, which is felt all over the body. Fever is something which is felt all over the body. Every part of the body is heated, not parts of it. Find out, look at your own life, and you will be able to see that whenever you are in fever, whenever you are in that kind of energy built in your system, which is eager to be expressed in the world, you lose attention from your own self. It is said that if Devi is meditated upon in a form that is Himakara Shila Murti. Himakara Shila is known as, the stone is called Sphatik, which is transparent, and it resembles ice. We have to connect with Devi in that Sphatik or crystal. Okay. And where it has to be seen? It has to be seen at your heart. And as you do so, you are able to do away with the effect of venom. Venom in many senses. Venom which comes in from the world to you. Somebody has said something bad about you. Something you heard was not right. Somebody did something to you. You're not able to take in a positive way. That is creating disturbance in you. That is depressing you or agitating you. Both can happen. That's the effect of venom. And another corollary for this would be visha is the word. Visha means venom. And vishaya also is connected with visha. Means when our indriyas are engaged in enjoyment of the world, the subject is you, and the object of enjoyment is called vishaya. In Sanskrit, visha means to progress, to penetrate, to spread. This means visha. So how does the world come to us? It comes through these indriyas, and then it gets in, and then it spreads. It takes control of the whole system. That is why the object of our senses are known as vishaya. So there also in vishaya, there is visha. So engagement with the world with a tendency of bhoga or indulgence is allowing the visha to penetrate. So living in this world without getting affected by the vishaya or the visha of vishaya, you have to always imagine the goddess in your heart. While interacting with the world, keep that goddess alive in your heart. And that image has to be of sphatika, crystal. Another thing, imagine at your heart, you have been able to create the idol of Devi, which is made up of crystal, of ice, Himakara Shila, ice-like stone, which is also sphatic, as I told. Why he is using Himakara Shila? Only to give you that understanding, its cooling property, right? Otherwise, in the previous shloka, somewhere it was used freshly cut moonstone. There it was not. Himakar Shila was not used. Himakar means large chunk of ice. From there you have a rock. A rock which is as cool as ice. Now that means interact with the world without raising your temperature here at your heart. Simply it means that. Don't allow the world to penetrate and become the venom for you, and do something here. To protect yourself, you should use Devi. I keep Devi made up of ice at my heart. Always, let's say. So you will have that feeling of having very, very pleasurable sensation here at your heart. Otherwise, mostly your experiences while interacting with the world, only the temperature is raised here. Here or here. There are only two places. Most of people will feel it here first. This is how it begins. It is felt at the heart first. And then the flames reach the top. If you are challenged intellectually, only this will be used to counter that. But if you are challenged emotionally at your level of your belief, at level of your conviction, which is deeper, then you will be hurt here. Maybe your self-image. Where do you keep your image? Your image is close to your heart. Okay. So when somebody is talking about you and he is not perceiving the way you want to be perceived, you will not get it here. You will get it here at your heart. Your heart will start burning. Head will not burn. The fireplace is this. Here all the heat will be felt. So how to deal with it? By contemplating on Devi at your heart, which is just exactly as cold as ice. Direct application. Keep your heart cool. Never let the flames of visha or vishaya create any sort of burning here. That's the whole purpose. This is the way you should live your life. And that's the same reason why word visha is used here. And the world is full of visha. Visha means venom. And therefore, to undo the effect of this, there must be a technique. And the technique is already here, which is told by Shankaracharya. Right? Now, how do you do that? You may do it by keeping an idol of Devi at your heart, which is literal translation. And actually, you can do that to begin with. But later on, it's only a feeling. You're not interested in the form of Devi, rather more interested in the coolness of it. Actually, this shloka says, Sasarpanam darpam shamayati shakuntadhipa iva. Sasarpanam darpam. In fact, it is said that Sarpanam means the one which is known as snake. That means you can control snakes also. Snakes mean objects which carry venom, which is equivalent to vishaya. Vishaya means the objects of your senses. Objects or the areas of your indulgence. Those are the snakes. Those are the snakes which are going to bite you. So a snake will bite you from the ear. Snake will bite you from the eyes. Yes or no? This is how snakes bite. Most of the snakes bite from these two. These two places, most of the snakes come in us. And the venom is spread in our system. So we should be rather careful about these snakes instead of the real snakes, which occasionally, once in a lifetime also, you may not be bitten by them. But these snakes, these vishaya, are available everywhere. They are biting you all the time. They are creating their venom, impact you all the time. So work on it. Devi will take care of the snakes means Devi will take care of the world. Your engagement with the world. So having a divine form at your heart will create that capacity to deal with the world without getting affected by it. I'll give you an example, although I have given this example earlier also. The world will impact in different degrees to you. It all depends how you are feeling at your heart. The world situations will impact you differently based on how cold you're feeling here, how joyous you're feeling here, how luminous you're feeling at your heart, how peaceful you're here, how ecstatic you're here. Suppose you're celebrating, you're in this mood of celebration, and in that mood of celebration, suppose somebody comes and starts fighting with you, what you will say? At this moment, I would avoid. No, I don't want to fight. Why? Because at your heart, you have decided to be happy. From years, you might be thinking that that moment, that day, that hour, I'll be happy. You decided to be happy in that duration. And when you decided to be happy, two things. You are happy. And second, nobody is able to make you unhappy. When we decide to be happy, we are not only happy, but also capable of tackling, dealing with all the efforts of others also, so that our happiness is not disturbed. So simply, if you people are not happy, that means you people have decided not to be happy. Others are able to disturb you every day, every moment. That means you have decided not to be happy. Rather, you have decided to be unhappy. Because if you would have decided to be happy every day, you would say, not today. I'll not be disturbed today. I've decided to be happy today. So have you decided to be happy today? That is what. Every workshop you come, I always say, keep a smile on face, keep a smile on the face. Decide to be happy. Be happy. Smile is an essential part of spiritual practice. Because smile is only an indicator that you have decided to be happy. You will remain happy. Don't decide it for life. Decide it for today. Today I will be happy. Today only I will be happy. And when such a person comes in contact with others, he is not only able to impact them positively, but also able to heal them in your own way, in your own rightful way. People are healed in the presence of happy people. So our job is only to stay happy all the time. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. All right?
When we face for example, a bad situation, hard situation, can we work with the image of Devi Kalaratri?
See, there is difference between Ma Kali and Ma Kalaratri. The imagery is very different. By the if you are asking me for the physicality, then Kalaratri is invoked for the problems of intestine, diseases of intestine. And that metaphorically, let's understand, Kalaratri will work on your ability to assimilate your nutrition from the world. Whatever we eat, not everything is useful for the purpose of giving us energy. Rather, it is said that a lot of purposeless stuff should go in. That is called fiber. That means when we interact with the world and we absorb the vishayas from the world, which means the food for eyes is what? Imagery. Food for ears is what? The sounds, the words. All indriyas go on accumulating. The world comes to you as food from where? From all these indriyas. These are the 5 doors through which the world comes to you. And it penetrates your body and being. Every food, whatever we eat, has certain amount of toxicity associated with it. And that is what you need to deal with. Do away with the toxic part and absorb the nutrition part, the energy part, the one which strengthens you, heals you, makes you more enabled, makes you more powerful, sustains your work, continues to augment your capacity to further absorb. So this is what Kalaratri does. So Kalaratri is to be imagined with this purpose in mind. And there is definitely a proper method to do it, not that we will imagine anything and anywhere. Every image which we create in our internal mind space and locate it somewhere or place it somewhere has a different impact. Now suppose I tell you, create this image of Devi in ice-like stone and keep it at your navel. Then you will not get good effect of it. Rather, you will be suffering. You will be diseased. Every Devi, aspect of Devi, every image of Devi, with whatever detail, graphic detail you know, or the name itself, has to be placed at the right organ or at the right locus you have to follow. In system of Tantra, we always say that before approaching the worship of any deity, you must use the shield, protecting shield, that is known as kavacha of that particular deity. You should wear You should adopt that kavacha, that protection. Now, in every kavacha, this is discussed. The teachers will describe it to you how to wear the kavacha of a particular Devi before you approach for the worship. This much I can tell you. All right. So these are the two aspects of Devi described in this shloka. And also, we should also know this, that Sarpa also indicates an inner phenomenon which is also known as Kundalini. That means many a times what happens is Kundalini does the problem. Kundalini associated problems also affect sadhakas. Many a times you may have heard the stories that some people have their Kundalini experience, and after that Kundalini experience, their health or their mental state is altered. Not towards good, but towards bad. That is dealt with by this aspect of Devi. It is your image. It is your personal connect with Devi. The way you like to perceive her in your mind, you can imagine that form of Devi. The only condition which has been told here, that you should have this image carved in ice rock, a stone which is like ice. So no specific image has been described here, and therefore there is freedom given to you. And wherever needed, Shankaracharya will also define the Swarupa. Like in the previous shloka, although I did not discuss that particular aspect of the visible aspect of it, I focused on metaphorical aspect of it, where it was given Mukham Bindum Kritva. You have to imagine this way. You have to imagine in this way. The mukha or the face has to be imagined at bindu, at the dot, which is in the yantra, and so on and so forth. So wherever description is given, that description needs to be followed. Wherever no description is given, that is left to you. And that's good that it is left to you. You can utilize your own imagination in the most positive way, create the most beautiful form of Devi at your heart, and connect with her. The only condition, that idol must be having a cold touch, cold feel. You should have cool effect of that. You should be able to feel it. That's the key word here. Sudhadhara Sarya means that such a person is as if the nectar is being poured on the top of head. That's the experience, which is Brahmarandra. That means the 10th gate, which we have on the top of head. Right? This is called Dasham Dwar. So there you get this sensation of feeling of nectar being poured. See, this is 20th shloka, by the way. Why not this is the first shloka? This should also be kept in mind. Why Shankaracharya is following a particular sequence. Why he begins with Shiva Shaktya Yukto and then comes to this 20th shloka after describing Devi in various hues and forms. So that means there is a step-by-step approach here. Up to the 41st shloka, this is internal sadhana. This is internal practice, which only a teacher can tell you. Beyond 41st, that means from 42nd onwards, it is more or less external sadhana, outwardly practice. So the first 41 are to be learned one-to-one, or maybe even if that is some instructions are being given here, they are for everyone, you can follow them. Here instruction is important. Methodology is important. Beyond 41st shloka, you can just follow whatever is being told, because that is actual Saundarya Lahari. This first 41 are Ananda Lahari. This needs to do something with your own being, because Ananda is not outside. Ananda is inside. You need to work on yourself here. And then 42nd onwards, the avenue is outside also. That means even outwardly practices, outwardly things you will be asked to do, or just appreciate maybe. You see, appreciating things outside. Whatever way the world is presented, the world is expression of Devi herself. So if you are able to appreciate its aspect in solitude within your being, then it gives you capacity to appreciate its full-fledged, fully bloomed expression of hers in the outer. The world is fully bloomed expression of Devi in the outer. That can be appreciated only when you have gone through this transformation internally. That chemia, that chemistry, that alchemy is given in the 41 shlokas in the beginning, so that you can see the waves of beauty in this world. internally you should be able to create the waves of bliss. When you are in bliss, you can see beauty outside. And if you know this theory or this rule, every 7 years, your body changes completely. You know this fact? Every 7 years, every cell, every tissue is changed fully. First. Second, if you're living a very uncontaminated life, you live by those principles which are cosmic, universal, Sanatan principles, irrespective of which faith you belong to, then every 7 years, you will be able to cross over your one chakra. So by the age of 41, Shat Chakra Vedan has already happened. 6 chakras are already penetrated. By 42nd year, you're already there at your Sahasrara. How? 7 into 6 is equal to 42. That's the transition. At 42nd, you are moving to Sahasrara. Means 6 chakras which we are aiming to penetrate or aiming to move upward, raise our consciousness upward. In the first 7 years, our Mooladhara. In the second 7 years, our Swadhisthana. In the third 7 year, our Manipura, and so on and so forth. Go on. And you will be able to link it. If you first 7 years, only survival. Somehow you just survive. In the next 7 years, when you arrive from 7 to 14, it's all with the relationships, the emotional connect, the fire of karma triggers at 14, when it's the second chakra. Then from 14 to 21, then the ambition comes, the Manipura. At 21, you'll find you're at the highest ambition you're having in life. Right? Then go on, and you'll find that how you want to express yourself through this cycle of 7 into 6. At 41, you should have completed your journey. And at 42nd, you should be ready to take quantum jump into the 7th. If you live your life by universal principles. Simply by just reading these verses without even understanding them. By reading these 41 verses, you are actually working on your 6 chakras. 7 chakra we don't work on. We only work till 6 chakra. We don't work on 7 chakra. 7 chakra is already bloomed. You have to reach there to experience it. You have to cross 6 chakras. As you reach 7th, it's already bloomed. So this is how we can relate with the Soundarya Lahari, Ananda Lahari part, and then move on. Till the age of 100, you continue. Till 41. 42nd is the brim. Therefrom, the quantum jump has to take place into the next. That's enjoying the beauty of the world. That's it. Done whatever was supposed to be done. By 41, that sense of, theek hai, ho gaya. I mean, now, the world needs to be taken the way it is. Because I am at bliss. Internally, I am blissful. I have achieved what I wanted. I have enjoyed whatever I liked. Whatever I intended. That's it. Please look at it. And you will recognize. So those who continue beyond this age and indulgence, lifelong indulgence, there's no limit there. You see. And I would say this is very practical. Nobody lives 100 years, by the way. If you follow ashram system, ashram means brahmacharya, then grahastha, then vanaprastha, then sannyas. So by our understanding, you will be taking sannyas at 75. I don't know how many of you will actually be ready to take sannyas. Then knees are gone, spine is bent, no teeth left, nothing left in this body. How to take sannyas? It is better to lie here. Lay at bed at home. Who is going to take sannyas at 75? But follow this and you will find that yes, it is so easy. It is so easy. 21, brahmacharya. 42, grahastha you have left. 42 itself, you should take vanaprastha. Then sannyas, 63. Follow this and you'll be able to. Otherwise, अभी 75 में संन्यास लेना, 75 में बचेंगे तब लेंगे ना. If you will remain alive at 75, then only you will take sannyas. Otherwise, good calculation given by Shankaracharya for the Kali Yuga, it would work in your case. So all of you are vanaprasthis, by the way, barring few, those who are yet below 42, or some of you are already in sannyas. Correct or not? So follow that. The time to fulfill your desires is between 21 to 42. To fulfill your desire, engage in the world, do whatever you want. 42 is the deadline. After that, take leave, remain at home, but keep an eye on the jungle, Ananda Shakti Ashram. So I hope you have understood the meaning of this shloka. Even if you don't take this shloka verbally, literally, whatever, metaphorically, then also you understand. Keep the cool. That's it. Where? At your heart, not at your head. Head will always be cool if your heart is cool. Don't try to keep your head cool. Keep your heart cool. Heart also means core. Please understand. Hridaya means core. In Sanskrit, Hridaya means core. Keep the core cool. That your own presence should never be agitated. That your own, at the level of your presence, you should always be cool. Undisturbed. No ripples. That's right. That is how you go. Although this shloka, we say that if somebody chants this shloka, does anushtanam of this shloka now, but he has a lot of control over the snakes. Literally snakes. All sorts of snakes, they become subdued. They come under his control. And I'll tell you, there is this parampara in the Vairagi system, in which our Guru Shadya Prasad belongs to. There are two sects. And one is actually this sect which deal with the snakes, to do seva in the form of healing people bitten by snakes, capturing snakes, taking out venom. They do this job. This was the sect which was actually sannyasis, right? Ascetics who followed, who lived their life as someone who will capture the snakes if they are called for. They will work on snake bites. They will heal you through mantras and through medicines and all. If Soundarya Lahari has to be given to them, their guru would tell them, do this sadhana, so that each and every snake will be under your control. Anytime. Such a snake will be subdued. It is said, Shakuntadhipa iva. Shakuntadhipa. Which means, again, Garuda. Garuda is the enemy of snakes. So how he controls the snakes? As Garuda controls, has control on all the snakes. No snake can ever have control on Garuda. Such is the power of the sadhaka who contemplates Devi in such a way and does anushtanam of this shloka or this associated sadhana with this mantra. He will have such control, literally. And again, for the one who is engaged in the world, the one who is grihastha, the one who is vanaprasthi, the one even who is in sannyasa, this shloka will work for doing away with all the visha or venom which comes into his system through the interaction with the world. You are bitten 1,000 times in a day. So for today, this much. Shivoham.